na 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 banana na 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 na. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening if you are watching from Australia. Australia 2, Nigeria 3. What a game, what a win, what a result against the co-hosts of the World Cup. We've come out on top like I knew we could. Fantastic heart, display by the girls. Amazing performance, amazing win. I'm very proud of the girls today. We are now sitting on top of Group B. What a performance. Fantastic display. I'll just run through the team very quickly, let you know my thoughts on individual players, and then I'll bring you guys on to share your thoughts as well. In goal, Chiamaka Nnadozie, always solid, always reliable, always going to put in a performance for us in goal. Fantastic performance. Even though some of her goal kicks were not powerful enough, she made the saves when the saves mattered. 5 saves in the entire game. Fantastic. Towards the end of the game, when there were crucial moments for Australia, for Nigeria in defense, she commanded her box. She came out to punch the ball. She made a very close range save towards the end of that game. Although she considered 2, she was fantastic in goal today. Solid performance by Chiamaka Nnadozie. In defense, Ohale, fantastic player. She was voted the man of the match of the entire game. She puts herself, her body, her soul, her heart, everything on the line for the Falcons today. She played as good as she could play. Experienced defender, marshaled the defense well. Knew how to control the game from defense, and then scored that second goal to put us in the lead. That was a turning point for us in that game. To come from behind and win is not easy. The first time we've ever done it. Amazing game by Ohale in defense. Her centre-back partner, Blessing Tosin Dimeyin. Tosin Dimeyin also had a fine game. She didn't have as much work to do, I will say, as Osinachi in the game, but she was composed when she was called upon. She made 7 clearances in the game. She was doing that cleaning up for us in the defense. And Tosin Dimeyin, I'm going to give her kudos. Her first World Cup at this young age, and she's shown herself to be good in the 2 matches. Our left back, Oyinbo Wall, Ashley Plumter. Fantastic performance by Ashley Plumter. Playing well in defense, winning some tackles, making clearances. She had 2 blocks in the game as well. And then she was good going forward. Ashley, who is not a natural left back, puts in a good performance. She was able to offer the desired support for the left wingers when it was switching Kanu in the first half for about 30 minutes in the game, and then for Ajibade for the rest of the game. Good performance by Ashley Plumter. In midfield, we had Halimatu Ayinde and Christy Uchibe. I'll start from Ayinde. Ayinde, her presence was felt in today's game. We saw the inputs that she brought. We saw how she was able to allow our attackers to have more of a chance in the game. I forgot Michelle Alozie in defense. Michelle Alozie, after getting that early yellow card, I like how she managed to stay composed. She managed to still do her job, but not get carried away and not get drawn into unnecessary tackles and unnecessary fouls. 7 clearances from Michelle Alozie as well in today's game. Kudos to her in that defense. So back to Ayinde in midfield. We saw what she brought into the team in today's game. She was able to partner very well with Christy to allow our attackers to be able to do more on the ball. Amazing display. Christy Uchibe, I can run out of superlatives for Christy Uchibe because she is such a fine player. She gives everything on the ball for us. She plays with her entire heart and every part of her body, and she was fantastic in midfield today. I think fantastic. She created 2 chances for us. She won 8 duels. She made 6 tackles. 6 tackles, 1 interception, 1 block, 3 clearances. Christy Uchibe was fantastic. She covered every blade of grass today. I just love Christy Uchibe. She's such a fine, fantastic player. Going to the attack, Tony Payne today was crucial, very crucial in helping us to bring the ball from that midfield to attack, to hold up the ball, to dribble past players, to break that midfield line of Australia. Tony Payne, another good performance from her. She was very crucial for us. In the second half, I think she tailored off a little bit, but overall, I'm going to give her kudos. I'm going to give her credit. I was happy with what she gave to the team today. Uchenna Kanu started the game in the first half. Uchenna Kanu, like I said during the halftime, in the beginning of the game, she was a bit sloppy, she was a bit indecisive, but then eventually at the stroke of halftime, in stoppage time, she got that equalizing goal for Nigeria, and of course that turned things around for us. That gave us the much needed confidence to be able to pick it up in the second half of the game. Fantastic display by the attackers. Uchenna Kanu, good performance, not great, but still, to get that goal, obviously a very important one for us. Rasheedat Ajibade, we saw what we were missing in the first game today with Rasheedat on the field. Good, fantastic forward, holding up the ball so well. Fantastic work by her to create the first goal. Her cross that got deflected and landed for Uchenna Kanu, and of course the second goal. Interesting, that second goal, I think AyoT was the one that headed it back to her. Either AyoT or Tony Payne headed it back to her, and then when Rasheedat controlled it, I initially thought she was going to blast the shot, and if she blasted it, she could have scored, but she could also have missed it. But she had the wherewithal, she had the awareness to realize that she can head it across the box to Ohale, who was ready to die on the line, and that's exactly what she did. Fantastic display by Ajibade. Held up the game when she needed to hold it up. She made six successful dribbles in that game. 6 successful dribbles. She was playing good passes. She worked so hard. She won 12 duels in that game. 12 duels that she won. She's not only a fantastic attacker, also solid defensively. 3 clearances, 2 tackles. Ajibade, I just love her. She's always doing her best for Nigeria. She's always playing so hard, and kudos to her. Ifeoma Onumonu in attack didn't have the best game today. Didn't have much coming to her in the first half. She wasn't bad, but she wasn't good. She was working hard to try to win balls. She tried to help out in defense. Made 1 or 2 errors. I'll just say it was an okay display from her. Going to the subs very quickly. We saw Ebenome come on at the end of the game. Kudos to her. 6 World Cups. She didn't have too much to do, although she came on and we considered 1. But I'm not saying it's her fault, don't get me wrong. But she didn't have too much to do during her time on the field. We also had Glory Ogbonna. Ogbonna came on for Ashiplumta as left back. To be honest, Ogbonna was a little bit shaky when she came on. She didn't look as solid as Ashley looked. There was one time that they even gave her through a Toros. Ogbonna was a little bit shaky, but I wouldn't knock her. Ultimately, I wouldn't knock her for it. Onye Echegini as well came on. She came on really to just help to solidify things. She made a couple clearances for us when we were under pressure. She won 1 duel in the game, but overall she didn't really have much to do while she was on the field. Esther Okoronkwo came on for 27 minutes. Also didn't have that many touches on the ball. She kind of came on in a moment when immediately after she came on with assistance. And immediately after she came on, the game, we scored the second goal not too long after. So she kind of didn't have much else to do in the game. And then finally, AyoT Oshoala, game changer, Agbabola. For people that were criticizing her after that first game, I hope she has shut you guys up, and I hope you see that when you have a quality player like that, you want that quality player to be on the field, because if an opportunity falls to that player is able to finish and is able to score beautiful goals. Similar goals to the one that she scored in the 2019 World Cup. She has become the first Nigerian, the first African player to score in 3 different FIFA World Cup tournaments. She has also now become joint top in Nigeria's Women's World Cup goal scorers on 3 goals with the likes of Rita Wadike. Agbabola, please put respect on this girl's name for everything she has done for Nigeria, for how legendary she is. Those of you that said she doesn't work hard for the team, did you see how she was working hard off the ball again today? Did you see how she was trying to win tackles? For somebody that they said picked up a knock, she didn't look like she had a knock in today's game. She even looked fitter than she looked in the first match. So please, put respect on AyoT Oshoala's name. There's a reason why she's the best player in Africa. There's a reason why she's the best player in Nigeria. And then we saw it today with that fantastic goal. 3-1, taking off her shirt. Emotions through the roof. Fantastic game, fantastic results. We are top of Group B. Dare I say, we are going to win this group. and shock the whole world. All the bets, all the bookies, all the bet makers, they put us as last. They thought we would finish last in this group, but we are going to shock the whole world. Going into that game against Ireland, we just need a point to qualify, but I want us to go out there, get a win, finish with 7 points. Oh man, what a game, what a result. Okay. Let me bring you guys on to join me so that I can stop shouting for saying I should drink water. Oh man. Fantastic result.
Yo, guys, what a game. Anyway, what's up?
I'm good. How are you?
What a match. I was on the edge of my seat throughout. No, it was such a brilliant game. It was such a brilliant game. It was such
Yeah, I hear you.
Before you drag me, let me drag myself. Let me drag myself.
Yeah, wait, let Kali drag herself quickly.
Kali part of the haters. I thought we will not leave the group.
Wait, Ayo, wait. I said, Randy will not even get a goal. This game, man. Let me
Randy don't shame you.
Let me drag myself. Oh, AyoT.
No. What a performance today, honestly. What a performance.
I know you'll be very, very excited. All your players. See, the atmosphere was breathtaking. That is one thing we say. Anytime we go into a game as underdog, we always come out to prove a point. And that is exactly what happened today. I cannot even sit down and fault Randy in anything today, down to substitution, down to the mentality of the players, whether he did not come out on time, whether he took out Ashley when he shouldn't. But one thing I will say is that Randy should play Tony Payne. See, I never understand Tony Payne. See our two the third goal.
Kali, you're breaking up, bro. Okay,
so
go ahead while we're waiting for Kali.
Yeah, from what Kali's saying, I think she's hitting the nail on the head. First of all, I'll start with Randy. With everything that's been going on in the national team and with all now everything that's been going on back home, and he kept his head in the game. He kept his head in the game, and it was a very, very bold move to sit Oshoala down, regardless of people saying she picked up a knock or did not pick up a knock. I agree totally with you. She looked fitter. She looked fitter than she looked in the first game. So I don't understand what not, but it's football. We all know that. Because she was running ragged. Even the goal we scored, that shows, that's not a player that has a knock. A player that has a knock would not take that extra aggression step to follow up that, but predicts the fact that what if the keeper slips up and I get the opportunity, and that's the maker of a player, going to the last round, touching in the defense. See, I agree with Randy for taking off Ashley Plumter. She's my rugged girl at that back. Her face, don't look at her face as if she be Ashley Plumter is a rugged player. She's a rugged player, and I think it was good for him to take her out when she took her, let her rest. We need her in that Ireland game. She needs to be rugged all over again in that Ireland game. Going into the middle of the park, Christy Uchebe. Oh my God, I don't have the words for Christy Uchebe because of how our work rates. Seeing her together with Deborah Monday was another thing, but seeing her isolated alone with Alimatu Ayinde was another spectacular scene today. They covered up the midfield. In the first half, there was a little bit of space, but they came back into the game. Tony Payne was excellent. Like Kali said before she went off, Tony Payne honestly should be starting our games. The only thing there is for them is to be able to, absorb those pressure for her. And she has really good touches. Her turns were very, very good. She was trying to pick up Onumonu in the first half, but it never really did happen. But you see up front, Uchenna Kanu redeemed herself with that equalizer. There is no better way to shut doubters up. I'm part of those doubters too, because I was really pissed at the first 20 minutes.
First half, I was expecting her, but I was.
But I'm glad that there's this understanding between players that if my player is not functioning on the left, maybe we should switch positions. And that's what happened with her and Ajibade. They switched positions when she saw that Uchenna was having a really, really bad stand over him at the left flank of the game. Ajibade is my player of the match. You can't touch it for me. You can't touch it. And the reason I'm giving her that is because of her attacking abilities. She was confident. She made us settle on the ball. She made us settle on the ball, and she gave us those chances. It was a shot that got the Uchenna goal. It was an assist that got Ohale's goal, and before Ajibade came on, and before Oshoala the Agba came to, and finally. I want to dare and say this. Chiamaka Nnadozie is the best we've had since Vincent Nyama in the goalkeeping department. I'll say it again. Chiamaka Nnadozie, she's the best we've had since Vincent Iyama in the goalkeeping department. How can you have that much composure with so much poise? You know, there was close to like 5 minutes at the end of the game in the extra time. There was a header that came off, you know, on shaking. She just, you know, she gets my blood pumping. You know, it was a really brilliant performance across board. Kudos to Randy. The subs did not do bad, but, you know, it was such a brilliant game. You know, they should enjoy the win. Ireland, and 3 points. Like you said, I believe what you said. We're taking that table. 7 points. There's nothing there. As Oshoala said, it's why shouldn't we think big? Let's think big. We've won. Nobody thought we were going to win the number 10th ranked team in the world and the co-host. We just did. We just did. So, you know, guys, I mean, take it away, man. It was such a brilliant game.
Thank you very much. Felix, go ahead. Thank you, Ayo. Please, Ayo, can you introduce yourself so I can bring other people on very quickly? All right. Felix, go ahead.
Yeah, I said something before this game that if Super Falcons win, I'm not going to miss today. Like, that is the food for me. Like, I am just so happy. I can't explain how happy I am. You see, if you start picking out players who tried, you won't know what to say. It's just virtually all of them did perfectly well. Are you talking about Uchebe? God, I was telling my friend that if I could convert Uchebe to a guy, if it was possible, I would just do not come and be playing this role for us in the Super Eagles. This is what we are really lacking. Like, Uchebe is special. She's the way she played today. I don't know. These girls, look at Payne too in the midfield. Look at the way she was playing. Look at that ball she gave to her sister. Look at the way she was driving the ball in the middle of the park. And Ashley today, Ashley played as an offensive fullback today. She was not static in that position. I was almost asking myself, is this Ashley? She was bumping forward. She was dribbling players. She was taking on players. And they were committing fouls. As in true, I was just so happy with the girls' performance. They were Rashida Tajibade, God, Super Z. This is what we missed in our first game. Someone that would threaten everybody, that would move the ball, so progressive with the ball. As in when she carries the ball, the end result is always perfect too. Her passes were accurate. Her movements were sleek. This, as in when Agbabola came in there, he just needs to, that goal was. And I would say, you know what? I was, a performance in the first game, you can know I was skeptical, I was complaining. But, she just, she did her Agbabola thing today. That is who she is. That is who she is. I can't keep saying, Asisat did well, Asisat impressed me. No. That is who Asisat is. She's a top player. And she showed the world today that she's a top player. I criticize her. I just need to criticize her in the first game and probably other games because she's a top player. She has raised her standards for herself. If another person performs like that, nobody will talk. But it is Asisat. You understand? And despite, even if Messi is not doing well in the team, you can't bench Messi because whether I like it or not, he's still your best player in that team. He's still the most dangerous player. And she proved that today with that goal. So the girls were just fantastic. Osinachi, I don't want her to retire. I don't know how long she can keep playing. She's just special. Everybody, all of them, it was a great team performance. Chiamaka, the best goalkeeper we have after Vincent Iyama. No doubt. Nobody's contesting that. She's just special too. These girls have really done well today. Beating the host nation. We know what came in, what was happening before the beginning of this competition, and what is turning into. These girls just have to give them kudos. They didn't play any friendly games. There were controversies on the coach sacking, blah blah blah. And with these great performances, I think we just need to give these girls kudos.
Okay.
And Coach Randy is exceptional. I think
so that we can,
he has vindicated himself in this World Cup.
Who was your player of the match, Felix, in today's game?
AY, the player of the match is just so much. Let me tell you the truth. It's very hard to pick the player of the match. Very, very hard. But I think, you see, I would have given Rashida Tajibade, no doubt. I think she's the clear woman of the match. But I think after Rashida Tajibade, I can still give it to Christy Uchebe. Uchebe was everywhere. Let's be sincere. She broke up the opposition attack and she started most of the attacks. So, a great thing. I think, but Rashida Tajibade He's my man of the match. They all did well. They all just did well. It's so hard to pick.
All right, thank you very much, Felix. Let's move on. Felix, please remove yourself so that I can bring somebody else on. David Doe,
Okay. Okay.
go.
All right. All right. Yeah, quick one. Yeah.
We
What I'm going
can't see your
to talk
face though
about
before
this
you give
game
us
is
quick
that
one.
I beg. I know. I don't show my face. I want to talk. Let me just say my opinion.
Okay, very quickly, please. Yeah,
I'm
go,
just.
go.
I'm using a fan page. Yeah. So quick one here. Starting from the defense, but I'll let you know that Ohale is a very, very experienced player. He did so awesomely today. Now those a top tier, top class keeper. Moving to the Alozie was exceptional. Plumtree was, despite the fact that she's not a left back, naturally, she still held her own, and it was amazing. From the midfield, this girl that had red card from the last match, what was her name?
Ainde.
From the last match, from the last match, there was a
Deborah
girl that had
Abiodun.
red card. Deborah Abiodun. Yeah, Abiodun had red card from the last match, and they came in, and she coming in, bro. Like there was no like she felt the space so good and so amazing. So like the team and the team depth is amazing to me. The fact that they have extra like in every department has an extra backup, and that's what makes that's what the likes of Man City has. A team that has extra depth in case if someone is not there, you have this backup, and that's amazing for them. I'm going from the beginning of the game. Uchenna Kanu Ajibade, I think she was not really having it. Then immediately Ajibade switched to the left side, bro. Ajibade could hold the ball, and that's what we needed in that first match we didn't have. She could hold the ball going forward. She had this confidence. She was so confident with the ball. She was not so quick to let it out. That's what we need. Then with Ajibade switching to the left side, we saw the difference in the game. We saw it. I'm talking about Tony Payne. Tony Payne was exceptional. Uchebi was exceptional. Quick one. I would just say in general, so I can let other people talk about today. The girls really did exceptionally well today. Waldron, the coach, was exceptional. The changes made them in time. But I really want to ask a question. What about this girl, Monday Gift? She's a very, very
Monday
good
Gift,
player. She holds the
she's
ball.
a good player. She's a good player. You know, I always have the same thing. She's a fine player, but the reality of it is that there's a pecking order, you know, and unfortunately, right now she's just a bit lower down in the pecking order. You know, the players that are playing are kind of ahead of her. If we're being honest with ourselves, I would love for her to get some time against Ireland, maybe when we're winning the game. But yeah, there's just people ahead. All right, wrap up very quickly. Who was your player of the match so that we can go on to the next person?
Bro, a quick one. Ajibade was my player of the match, no doubt. Ajibade, Rashida. She was exceptional.
Right.
Thank you
All right,
very much, AyoT. I
thank
really
you very much,
appreciate it. We'll
David
do this
Do.
some other time.
All right, over to you, Africa Jaguar. Welcome.
All right.
How can
Thank
you remove me?
David Do, please remove yourself so that we can bring the next person.
How do I remove myself?
From the top, just exit. Your network is breaking, Africa Jaguar.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you. Go on.
Village people, where Super Falcons win today. Wow. Okay, yeah. I'm super excited with the game today. You know, our girls, they really made me proud, and I think I like the combination starting from the first 11. You know, in today's game, the pairing up front and especially in the midfield. I think because I'm a midfielder, so that midfield is always key to me. So I think that combination between Sheibe and Alimatu Ayinde having to play up top ahead of them was very fantastic for us in this game today. And for me, the attacking lines, yes, I think Coach Adam made a good decision the way the attacking line started, and the timing of Ohale Oshoala, you know, coming into the game from the bench and as well scoring. You know, at first I was like, you think Coach Wadrum they do? What did they happen? You know, maybe I was expecting maybe likes of maybe Monday Gift or Desire of Pounds to come in, you know, to see if they could charge up the front. Because I feel for me, I think it's Unumonu and Oshoala is like for likes, you get. So I was thinking maybe something different But that change, like really, that was the difference. And to be honest, it was that third goal. Like I screamed, top of my voice. I knew that was just the winner. And I know she has. AyoT Oshoala has experienced criticisms from the media and even football lovers in Nigeria. Yes, she's had a very difficult
Ketchup, please mute yourself.
in the Super Falcons setup. Looking at the AFCON, when
The
she
African Jaguar, your network is...
missed out having to do the first game, but
Go on, go on. Your
she
network is
now
just breaking. Go
getting
on.
that goal, it means a whole lot. So what I would really like is like we should keep the same energy that Nigerians have used to criticize her. They should use that same energy as well to praise her, and also the whole team. Everywhere, covering the grasses, and it was a really, really fantastic performance from everyone on the team. And they also made significant impact. It showed that that was what we were lacking in the first game, and she was involved in the first two goals, and she really did well. I hope we can continue the momentum into the last game and get into the knockout stage. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, African Jaguar. Please remove yourself. Over to you, Nzube Roberts. Go ahead.
Hi. So first off, I would like to start this conversation by saying that just for people who do not know, Nigeria is ranked 40th in the world. The Nigeria Super Falcons are ranked 40th in the world, and then they played against a team that is ranked 8th in the world. So first, in case you don't know, just let's start with that first. That's number one. Number two, what we've seen today is just to tell you that this is a Nigerian spirit. Let's not even whine ourselves. What we saw today was typically a Nigerian spirit. When we want something, we go for it. And we saw a team that was literally determined to get it. I didn't even notice that we were behind. We're even behind for like it didn't even take 3 minutes, and we're squared again. And I was like, oh mad. It's not even the goal for me. It's the spirit at which the girls were playing. They were playing like they wanted it. So it's more like if you want it, go for it. So it's not like I want it, but I can't go for it. No, that's not what we saw today. What we saw today were people who were playing for what they believed in. Thirdly, is the fact that these girls, they did not play as individuals. They played as a team. What we saw was a team spirit. Like we saw them play as a team, from Nnadozie to Alozie to Ohale to Plumte to Ayinde to Payne. All of them, they played as a team. But I still have a big question for Onumonu though. But I'm not here to criticize anybody. But I felt she's too good. Onumonu is a very beautiful player. But I saw her struggling today. Like I was asking myself, oh, where the Onumonu way me I know now? Like she's someone that I know that once she's on the ball, man, like she can do a lot on that ball. But I didn't see that today, right? I felt like it was also a good decision having the coach bench Aziza Oshoala, because we needed that ginger. Like that second half, we needed that player who was going to come in and then ginger, like spark everybody and be like, don't you guys know what we are doing here? We're here for the game. We're here for the cup and stuff like that. And that was what she did. She pumped everybody really up. For me today, all of these girls played so well. In fact, when the coach removed Plumte, I was like, what? What did you just do? Who did you remove? But then on the second thought, right, we're leading 3-1, right? And then also we have a crucial game. We have to win the next match. Yeah. So if Plumte is to, take up any injury, I feel like it's going to be a huge blow. You should see my heart when Tony Payne was down. Like I was like, God, please.
And
Like
they didn't even give us a free kick for that. Can you
do
imagine?
you understand? Like that I was like, what? Like I was just, so when I saw that somebody was about to warm up, and then I saw the doctors telling the coach that just chill, she's good. I was like, please do. When I saw her back on the field, I was like, oh well, because that girl, I don't understand where she saw that composure from, where that composure came from. I do not understand it one bit. I understand that Ochibe was doing she was doing the clearing and forward, like she was just doing all the ginger, she and Ainde. But you know what it means for you to hold ball and play with so much confidence that almost anybody, like she was not scared to take on the people. And that was why she was able to launch that ball up for Aziza Oshoala, right? And then the defenders misbehaved. And it was a goal. My point in all of this is the fact that I think Nigeria is actually blessed when it comes to anything we lay our hands. And our Ministry of Sports, they need to put attention on every aspect of it, because these girls, like, I expect that a lot of brands will be pushing out for these girls. These girls are really doing amazing stuff.
Brands, if you are watching, are you hearing?
No,
Because the
that
lack of support going into this tournament, it
we
was
need
almost as
it.
if no brand
Do
believed
you
in
get
them. But I
like,
hope they
if
are
it was the
watching now.
Super Eagles, I'm not beefing the Super Eagles, man. But I feel like what is good for the, what did they say? For the goose is good for the gander. How did they say? Because these girls are also top players. They are playing for top football clubs in the world. So it's not like they are just misbehaving or anything. And they are good. You could see it. We saw them play as a team more than we even see our Super Eagles play as a team. Also, again, I feel like Naidoze should calculate more often. I feel like that second goal, I feel like it was a calculation problem. The corner, I feel like that set piece was a calculation problem, because when she missed the punch, the girls were already there, because we are also playing again. If we are playing a team as good as Australia, we don't have to take any chance. But overall, right, the team played
All right.
massively well. Before you
Just so
ask
that
me,
I have to
I will just answer
cut
you.
this
I will
short.
just answer you before you ask me. My man of the match today was Tony Payne.
Tony Payne.
Nah, Payne for me. It was Payne. I know Rashida did well, but Payne for me. Thank you.
Go to as many people as possible. Your thoughts on the game, right?
Firstly, great game, great game. I'm going to start from the goalkeeper. I have so much confidence in her. She did so good. Like, she was so on point today. Yes, everybody says the second goal, whatever, I'm not. But listen, I'll take the win over anything. She's so composed. Like, the backline gives her that confidence, and she also gives the backline that confidence to do what they're doing. Going to the defense line, center back, Ohale, of course. She did can't be always 100. Deime at the beginning of the game, she was a little bit shaky, which is understandable because, hey, listen, we're playing a big team. But she got into the game later on and she did some massive job in the back. Like, I really appreciate what she did today. Left back, Plumpet. Everybody says she loses the ball, she doesn't go into tackle strong, blah, 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 blah. I still like the way she plays. Yes, she makes mistakes sometimes. We all prone to mistakes. We're all going to make mistakes. She won us some free kicks up the field. Like, everybody's not looking at that. She was good in the air. She was getting the ball, controlling the ball, and passing out of the defense, building the attack from the defense. Nobody sees that. Alozie, of course, she did an amazing job with the right back, like pumping forward. Yes, even the tackle, the referee, what they call them, who they asked, said it wasn't even a yellow card because she just went into the tackle and she didn't even do anything serious. She was solid there. A little time she like played some long balls in the first half. I felt like she was a little bit tired. But when she came in the second half, she was more composed, did a good job, played all the balls she had to play, and still took us forward. In the middle, Ainde, oh my gosh. Ainde, that girl was brilliant. Every time they put the ball behind any of the right back or anybody, she's there to clean up. Like, she
Mute
showed
yourself, Favor. Please mute yourself.
she showed the reason why we missed out the first game. Now I just realized what job she does for us. Like, she cleaned up everything. Like, she was a sweeper in front of that defense, and it was so good. Uchebe, of course, Uchebe is my man of the match. You already know that. I'm not going to even go too much on that because she was there at every point in time. She was all over the pitch. Yes, for the first goal, I kind of felt she should have gone towards the middle instead of going to go close down and let them deal with it. But at the end of the day, we got the win. I'm not even going to criticize her about that. But Uchebe, good game. Tony Payne, good game. Well, on the wing, Uchenna Kanu. I said it the last time. We have to start with Uchenna Kanu. Yeah, she was a little bit shaky at first, also, but she scored the goal. So who am I to criticize her? Like she gave us the comeback into this game. Without her, we don't know where we'll be. So yes, she was shaky at first. She lost a couple of balls, but when she got into the game, she did good and she came off. Onomonu did the job up front, like running up front as a lone striker, having to track back and defend. It's not easy. People just talk. They want to see the best of Onomonu. Those who play football know what it is to defend from the front. And when you're defending alone, because sometimes the midfield wasn't backing up. Until like a couple of times, if you notice, when the midfield pushed up to back up pressing in the front, they lost the ball like twice, but because they keep backing up and she does it, she gets tired, which is understandable. So to me, she did a good game. And on the other side, what's her name? Ajibade, baller. She showed why we missed her also in the first game. Like she took us from the midfield or from the defense, I would say, because she was defending and taking us into the midfield, taking us into the forward, into the attack position. So she had a great game, and I was so happy.
And okay, round off your thoughts. Who was your player of the match today? I think you already said Christy. We can't hear you again. No?
I'll say it's going to be Christy Ochebi.
All right. Thank you very much, Keto. Thank you for joining and sharing your thoughts. Please remove yourself so that we can get the next person on. Over to you, Yemi. Thanks for joining.
Thank you very much.
Yes, what are your thoughts on the game?
Seriously, first of all, I want to say I thought they'll actually lose, like because of the Canada stuff. I mean, the rest. I thought they will actually lose. I never knew there would be a nice miracle like this. Like these girls are so good. Like they are so good, from the keeper to the defender to the midfielder. Like they are good. I don't even know how to say it, but those girls, they need to sign up for bigger things because they are way too good for me. I thought I would see Deborah Abiodun there, but she wasn't there. I don't know what really happened, but it was a nice play. Like seriously, it was a nice play and a very, very good defeat. Like I really enjoyed myself during the game.
And who was your best player in today's game?
Christy.
Christy.
That girl. I love her die. She is actually. I don't have much to say actually.
All right. Thank you very much, Yemi. Thank you very much for joining. Please remove yourself so that local man, international man, I hear you.
Wait there, who goes? Check out. Where they fall out?
Where they fall out?
Where they fall outside?
I said, whose nation who?
Yes.
Who
them be the Australia, Mandela, Sabi Matilda, Sabi That's the happen. My girls are on point. They are playing with heart, they are playing with fight. We know the problem, so we carry come the tournament. But still, they are still pulling through. You know, brilliant game. I don't know. They all played. If I'm to do player ratings, like I'll give everybody 10/10. Because, like, you could see it that they wanted it, you know. And, you know, we've had a lot of complaints about the coach, blah, blah, blah. He has his plan. Allow the man to do his work. He's showing the working. Are you people not happy? Oh, he's defensive. Is it not working? That's my problem with people. When you don't understand the game, sit it out. Sit it out. Let the body. Don't be Zambia, then they collect 5. More go they collect 5. No, remain calm. No disrespect to them. No disrespect to them. No, not their first time, I think.
Yes, their first time.
They will go with the experience. Maybe next World Cup they go learn. They compact.
Then
we don't go 9.
Next one.
7, we don't go now.
Leave Zambia.
We don't play 7 years now. We they compact. Catch them. You understand? The way Man United they take catch us now, they encounter. So they run up at that. Catch them. You understand? So, my brother, overall, I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy. I was scared when Tony Payne went down. I was, you know, in the women's game, there are a lot of ACL injuries. I thought it was an ACL.
I was thinking.
I'm like, God, no. That was I was praying. But thank God it wasn't anything. Although when she wasn't taking the corners, it looked like it was a bit serious, but not serious. Ayinde going off is a huge worry because of the suspension of Deborah as well. So if she's injured, who's going to replace? Both of them are really good. The better will be suspended. I don't know how many games record in World Cup
I don't
is
know, is it
suspension.
one game or 2 games? I have to double check.
Yeah, so
One.
that is it one? Okay, that one is giving me concern. Number 3, I don't think the coach should have taken off Ashley at all. The height is important. And that's why Kennedy scored that goal.
Yes.
Because they brought on height.
Yeah.
Come on now, coachy. We said we don't have we know. No come out, she never tell she don't get injury. No remover. Leave Ashley there. And she was really playing well. She was even confused. Is it me that you're subbing or at the time referee said that you know, but overall, no criticisms at all. They really played well, and that's what we want to see. We are really happy as a nation. Player of the match, my brother, all of them. You know me. I like my deep blue or purple hair. I like the hair, but I don't know, man. I want to say Rash, but again, the impact that Oshoala made.
From that
yes, from the first press, from her first press, now gonna go. Second touch, go. So she impacted the game, like result-wise. So I might just give it to her. Not that I mean to give it. I mean, FIFA gave Ohale the player of the match as well. That was a brave goal. She took the kick. She took one for the team. You understand? So anybody could have been, but I don't know. Rash, you can see Rash is different. If he was in that first game against Canada, we'll go win that game. And they had herself. You're not like experienced person.
That's what I'm saying, because honestly, when she got that ball, I thought maybe she's going to try to score. But the awareness to realize that no, she should play this thing across the box. And thank God Ohale was ready to die on the line there for us.
Exactly. So I'll say probably God, I don't know, Rash. Made a share.
It's a team win at the end of the day. Everybody is
we're happy.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice.
Always nice hearing from you. Okay. Favored, very quickly, please, your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, so first of all, I think I'm just here to congratulate the Nigerians as Zambians. I think we are very happy.
Oh, you're from Zambia?
Yeah.
Okay. Our Africa, I mean, we support you support us.
Yeah. So you guys, you've comforted us. We've been crying for the past 2 games. Otherwise, that was excellent performance from the girls. There was so much resilience, and really, after being scored, and they kept pushing until the last minute of the second half, they equalized, and from there, we saw like the girls keeping pushing forward and whatnot. And Oshoala, when she came on the pitch, like everything just changed. The impact was so clear, and it showed like okay. She's coming from bigger clubs, and she just defended her name as we know her to be.
Yeah.
And really overall, for me, the player of the match, I give the girl with blue hair, like she was amazing. Yeah, she was amazing. Otherwise, congratulations Nigeria, congratulations Africa. We are happy.
All right, thank you very much, and thank you for supporting us all the way from Zambia. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you. Please remove yourself so that I can bring the next person on. Over to you, Carmen, from all the way from Germany.
Ayo! I don't tell you already, we go win, no. This one don't sweet me, like no lie. Bro, they played well, no lie. They played very, very good. Better than the first match they played.
For sure.
Definitely. They really did a good job. But I swear, I don't even know what to say. All of them played well, but Christy, she's on another level. I did tell you. Christy well. Hello.
Yeah, big win to us today. Yeah, I'm actually in Australia.
Oh yeah.
Make you they go sleep, oh.
And I am an Australian as well. So it was my both country playing today. But obviously, we're gonna go for home. So we won today, but there are some few pointers that I would like the coach to actually just see, because Oshoala, our striker, she needs to. That was a very fantastic goal. But for next time, just pass the ball again. You know what I mean? So no allow that fame enter your head. There are some passes that she should have made. If you watch the game, there are some passes that she should have made, and that would have been the 4th goal. You know how Australia were playing. Even when Australia were playing with Ireland, we never saw them very fast on the ball that they were today. So Australia Canada would be fantastic. That would be like a very serious match. But then again, for next time, I would just like the finishing to be crazy. But good job, the girls. We actually did very well. Yeah.
Okay, and who was your player of the match today?
The goalkeeper, of course.
Like always.
I mean, she made very, very important saves, you know, and commanded.
I think that goal, that you see that save that she made from that nodding.
Yeah.
Fantastic save. Very fantastic.
This
save.
is what the Nigerian men need to a goalkeeper.
All right. Thank you very much for joining and for sharing your thoughts.
No worries,
let's hear from Tonuwa. Thank you for joining. I always like your insights. Go on.
Well, it was an interesting game. I'm not gonna lie. It's a game where a team has the possession and then a team takes their chances. Australia had lots of chances that they could have converted in, particularly in the first half. But the most impressive side, although yes, we let in 2 goals, the defensive team in a low block, when they set up in a low block, are just really impressive. Getting all the balls out. And then you get Australia still keep sending in these long balls in, and the defenders are able to clear them out. My player of the match has to go to Rashidat. I don't know what anyone is saying. I don't even care what anyone is saying. For you to be able to run pretty much for the whole game, making the defense, lots of corner kicks. She was the first person to clear the balls out from the defense, passing the ball through the midfield, and supporting the attack in one game. Is serious output for her. I haven't checked the stats to see how many kilometers she ran, but I'm sure she was all over the pitch. Her heat map was like literally every time, especially in the extra towards the tail end, the other end of the game. You're seeing lots of corner kicks. She's first to the ball, and the defenders as well. Is a mindset in, and it was very good. Getting first to the ball, getting the second balls in, second balls in. Rashida, I can't. Yes, there were different people that did excellently well. Ashley Plumter, for all she said, even the FIFA who gave the best player of the match award, Aziza Toshola for getting a goal. All these people had different segments where they did well. But if you look holistically, supporting the defense, passing the ball through the midfield, supporting the attack, Rashidat, I just have to give it to her. Like on a day where you expected, where you relied on your big players to come good, she really came good. And to also hold on to that lead, I give it to them. Coming from towards the bottom end of the group to now be lonely at the top is not easy.
It's not easy.
So that's just my own submission.
All right, thank you very much. Carmen, any final thoughts so that I can bring somebody else on very quickly? I want us to round off.
My final thought is to all the Nigerians, be proud where you come from, and I'm still #1 Nigerian fan, even if Germany come serve somebody breakfast. For me, I'm still Nigerian #1. Even if Germany go play with Nigeria one day, I'll be for Nigeria.
For Nigeria, that was what I was going to ask you.
You don't see, bro. You don't see. Nothing they like Germany. Nothing they. I beg Nigeria, be proud too.
All right, thank you very much, Carmen.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye. Okay. Over to you very quickly. Isioma. I don't know. I don't think I've seen you on my live before. Thanks for joining.
No, AyoT, you haven't seen me on your live before, even though I follow you a great deal, as well as on YouTube. I was with you when you streamed the Nigeria-Canada match live. And the highlight of that particular streaming was when Nadoze saved that penalty. And the way you were, the ecstasy with which you were screaming, save, you know. When the list was released, and I didn't see Okobi, I also didn't see Nicole Payne. I was like, But then again, I said to myself, what are they really going to replace? Because everyone is exceptionally good if you've been following them in their different club sides. Okay, and they've replicated it in this World Cup. At the Nations Cup, I knew where the weak links were. I'm not going to mention those names, but I think that Waldron, who we also thought was a weakling in the team, okay, has kind of tweaked the entire team, and we are seeing the output of this World Cup. For today's game, honestly, I want to join, I think it was Kelechi, who rated everyone 10-10. I want to join him to rate everyone 10-10. Maybe I could drop a point for Onomonu and maybe for Michelle Alozie. Michelle Alozie, because I think she was a bit below her standard today, maybe a little below her standard, but of course she was still exceptionally good. Onomonu might not have given us that exact bite we wanted for an out-and-out player, but then again, you can't take away from her the input that she puts into the team. Always racing back as an attacker, racing back to help in ball recovery. So every player was amazing.
They were just
the back four,
playing against Australia in their own home turf, coming from a goal down.
Exactly.
That's just
Exactly. Exactly. And seeing that mammoth crowd, they were so loud that at a point when Nadoze was calling for Alozie to let the ball for her, Alozie didn't hear. She didn't hear. And it was close proximity. It tells you what they were fighting against. They were not just fighting against the 7th best rated team in the world. They were also fighting against a vociferous crowd. So those girls deserve national honor already. If I am the president, I will give them a national honor already. Because
in the competitive, unless I'm wrong, I did hear the commentator say they haven't beat Australia in a competitive fixture that they've gone from a goal down before, and they've come into qualifying to the knockout stages.
This is our first win in the World Cup that we came from behind to win.
From behind.
Yeah, exactly. Against Australia, I think this is only our second competitive game against Australia. Now we're 1-1.
Yeah.
Against.
And I think this is also the first time since 2007 that a host team is being defeated in the group stage. Okay, so we went out there and we decided to smash a lot of brilliant records, which will be spoken of for a very long time. Everyone deserves my salute, but I will give the woman of the match to Rasheedat Ajibade. I was practically screaming. How could it be that she was everywhere? At the Nations Cup, she had some off moments. You know how it is with Nigerians. A lot of persons were criticizing her in comment section, and I was saying that this lady is an absolute brilliant player. She's just having off moments. Ajibade came and felt like, okay, FIFA, you wanted me out for some games. Thank you for giving me time to rejuvenate. So kudos to you, Rasheedat Ajibade. Kudos to Halimatu Ayinde. I hope she will be strong enough. But if she's not, I hope Deborah Biodo will return. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Sinacho Ohale. Thank you, Tosi Demehi. Thank you, Nadoze. Thank you, Tony Payne. The football fundamentals of Tony Payne needs to be studied, to be honest with you. It needs to be studied. Thank you, everyone. Uche Nakanu, yeah, maybe with time, your composure will be up there, but that goal can be missed by even the best male football strikers. Okay, so they deserve all their applause. I'm so proud. I caught myself actually shedding tears of joy. My tear duct just broke loose because those guys were enterprising.
Thank you very much, Isioma. I'll have to let you go now so that we can round off very quickly. Before I come to you, Mitch Frank, you're going to be the final person for today. If I couldn't accept your request, I'm so sorry, but we're out of time. One thing that people have been saying, how come they added 11 minutes? To be fair, I wasn't too surprised that they added that many minutes. They started this at the Men's World Cup last year, where they count every second that you are not playing the ball. They count it, and then we had substitutions, we had goals, we had injuries, so I wasn't surprised. Obviously, when they put up 11 minutes, your heart goes back into your mouth because you're like, hey, God, can we actually hold off? And you know how this football thing is. You're controlling the game, you're winning the game, but then in those last minutes, all of a sudden, the pressure just becomes on you. That's how it always is, and I was really, really praying that God, please, they should not let Australia score. And I'm happy that even though Australia scored, they scored in the 10th minute of stoppage time. Because if they had scored us in like the 2nd minute of stoppage time, before on they shake, they cry for the, you know. But I wasn't surprised. For those of you asking in the comments, I wasn't surprised about the 11 minutes. I thought it was fair considering how the tournament has been going. They've been adding crazy stoppage times in all the matches, and FIFA is the new precedent. In fact, I want them to even bring it to club football so that teams will stop wasting time. But yes, over to you, Miss Frank. Thank you for joining.
Okay. Thank you. At least it's been an interesting match because seeing the fact that Nigeria won, first and foremost, we must have to give them credit. And first one, I think I will commend Ajibade because the way she controlled the game was very, very exceptional. She wasn't distributing the ball, but then she was dragging more players to herself because she had a very fantastic footwork, of which that was what we were missing in the previous match against Canada. Almost all the Australian players were coming to her, but then she was making good use of her footwork, and that was a fantastic game. Secondly, we have to comment Nnadozie, the goalkeeper, because she was very, very good. And that was a great game. And one other thing, I must commend FIFA for additional doctor to their own team, because when Ohale was having injury, I also saw FIFA doctor. Okay, so that's one of the compliment I must give to FIFA, because that was very, very great. I think so.
And who was your player of the match? Sorry, let's just. Who was your player of the match?
My player of the match should go to Ajibade because she was very, very exceptional. Holding the ball to herself, dragging more Australian players to herself, then making some other passes. I think Ajibade is my man of the match.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for joining and for sharing your thoughts. Okay, Tomiwa, I'll let you have your final words in before I let you go.
My final word: great teamwork all the way. The pressure, especially in the first half, like I mentioned, the team was going way too further back to defend. They were way too close to the keeper. They weren't going out. They were relying too much on long balls, not passing the ball on the ground. Second half, it was just something different. They came out and they wanted to impress. They wanted to go against the odds. That's why it's kind of interesting when you sort of root for an underdog and then comes out against the odds. You saw Ian Wright tweeting immediately after the game, pay them at NFF.
He did? I didn't say that.
Immediately after the game, said pay them, and he at NFF. Say these people, they are coming out and they're actually showing you proud. They're putting up the work against a home country on their own turf. They've come out, resilience of playing 101 minutes of football. No be beans. Obviously, I think there are other parts to still look ahead going forward further into the tournament. I think getting possession of the ball, passing the ball, simpler passes is just much easy. Just 1, 2, 3 passes makes everything a lot easier. It makes the game flow. And communication, who has this ball? Who is opening up for this ball? Who wants this ball? Speaking within yourself is always a good thing. I'm just really happy for Chiamaka Nnadozie. Obviously, you know we've done things about her throughout the season, throughout the off season and the previous season, and how she's sort of a leader at the back. She's just
keeper.
She's just a keeper. She's a captain keeper. Everything she gets her, man. You see, even towards the end of the game, for all the corners, she wasn't standing in a box and waiting for the defenders to clear the ball.
She was commanding
She was commanding. She was relieving pressure. She was going out. She was shouting. She was screaming. She was calling for the ball, going out to get the ball, and that's what you want. Someone that can just relieve that pressure for you. So far so good. I just hope the girls can recoup and just rest, because it looks like that's what they need. Enough rest, because everybody absolutely gave it 110% for this game. Can't fault anything. You just look forward to seeing the formation and how they play for the tournament.
Okay, and final question from me to you. Nigeria against Ireland coming up in I think 3 days time. Are you confident of getting another W in that game?
This is now the funny part. It looks like a win on paper, but I know Ireland, while they are out, they will also want to sort of go out with pride in some sense. They are going to give it their all, even if they don't have anything else to play for. I think if Nigeria should play the same way that they have played today and come out play exactly the second half for the whole game, obviously I would expect Nigeria to get the win. At the very least, like 2-0 at the very least.
All right. Thank you very much, Tomuwa. Thank you for joining me and sharing your thoughts. Okay. And thank you very much to everyone that has watched, that has called in today, that has listened. Up the Super Falcons, a fantastic result, a fantastic win. In case you didn't watch it, Australia 2, Nigeria 3. Australia took the lead in first half stoppage time, and it was swiftly followed up by Kanu's goal in the 6th minute of stoppage time in the first half. We came out firing. We came out with our hopes up, with confidence in the second half, and then we're able to get a crucial second goal. Some good work by Ra'Australia Ajibade led to us, Ohale, using every bit of her body to score that second goal and to get us ahead in the match. And then Agbabola AyoT Oshoala came off the bench, and within a few minutes of being on the field, a fantastic finish. Similar goals to the one that she scored in the last World Cup. AyoT Oshoala has now become the top joint goal scorer at Women's World Cups for Nigeria. She has now become the first Nigerian, the first African player to score in 3 different World Cup tournaments. I know people criticize her sometimes, but please put some respect on her name. Put some respect on her name. Agbabola for a reason. Kudos to Christy Uchebe, fantastic in midfield. Kudos to Chiamaka Nnadozie, fantastic saves, commanding her box. Kudos to Osinachi Ohale, great goal, good defensive performance. Rashidat, I can only speak so much about how, and if there's so much to say. Fantastic performance, tireless performance by Rashidat. Attacking, defending, doing everything in a single game and creating 2 goals for us. I mean, what a win, what a performance. Bring on Ireland. Let's go on top this group. Let's go to the knockout stages. England, anybody, bring them. We dey here, we dey wait. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. My name is AyoT. This is EaglesTracker of Nigerian football. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.